Alright, these next two are what's called compound inequalities. So I actually have to solve both these inequalities individually, then graph the solutions. Since it's an OR, any place that I draw an arrow is going to be part of the solution. For an AND problem, that's where they overlap. So my first step is to add 8, and I get 3x is less than 18. Divide by 3, and I divide it by a positive, so I do nothing to the inequality. I get x is less than 6. Or, I do the second one. Minus 2x from both sides. So I get x on one side. I have x is greater than negative 5. So I have this as my solution here. X is greater than negative 5. Oops. Greater than negative 5 and less than 6. So the less than 6 part would look like this, and the greater than negative 5 part would look like this. And since it's an OR, so it's anywhere either this or this is true, or both, it's actually the entire number line. So our final answer here is going to be my bad. Our final answer is going to be the entire number line. So all real numbers. So this is the same as an AND problem. So what I want to do is first solve this side. Negative 3 is less than or equal to 2x plus 5. So minus 5, minus 5. I get negative 8 is less than or equal to 2x. Divide by 2, and I get negative 4 is less than or equal to x. So that's one of the answers. Then I want to solve this equation, or inequality. 2x plus 5 is less than 21 minus 5 gives me 2x is less than 16. So x is less than 8. So now that's my answer. So I look at x, and this is considered an AND problem. So this would have to be this, and that has to be true. So it's going to be where the shading overlaps, or where the arrows overlap. So I have x is less than 8, which is here. And that would go, oh come on. And that would go from here over. And then I have x is greater than or equal to negative 4. So it's going to be a closed dot pointing that away. And then notice this doesn't point the same way as the arrowhead on my graph, and that's because the x is on the right. You have to have the x on the left for the arrowhead to point correctly. And if I flip this around, then I have to also flip the sign so that the larger part of the sign is pointing at the x both times. So now my final answer is where the whole thing overlaps. So it's actually a closed dot on 4 and an open dot on 8 connected. That's my final answer.